Alright YouTube, WKDAD, Team DKF, pro tips for BKs, becoming competitive. Okay, I want to talk to you guys about not so much card interactions, but being able to look at a card and understand its effectiveness. Maybe not right now, but when you sort of look at the meta, how it's shaping up, you observe the OCG meta, and you can recognize, okay, this is going to be a problem, or oh, I can take advantage of this. It allows you to pick up cards when they're cheap, and you'll be prepared for when the card skyrockets. This bitch right here, I think it's like what, 70 plus right now. I picked these up when they were hovering around $25–$30 when it first came out. People say, oh, it's garbage, you only get a level 3. It's garbage, it's too narrow of an effect, and I don't understand why I would want it. So I would, got these kind of dirt cheap, and that was because I understood that, especially in the plant deck, my favorite deck, getting Sanguine is almost like a small win condition, because once you fetch Sanguine, it allows you to get your Lone Fire, it allows you to get your Dandelion, it allows you to get your Effect Veiler, allows you to get the sided Max C, the sided DD Crow, it allows you to get Raikou. It provides so many outs. And running Tour Guide, especially in plants, essentially gives you extra copies of Sanguine, whether you run 1, 2, or 3. Those are that many extra copies of Sanguine you now have. In addition to that, I knew that Xyzs were coming out. And just like we all like Debris Dragon and we all like Junk Synchron for their one-card synchros, what's more fun than having a one-card Xyz? Summon Tour Guide, get the next Tour Guide, overlay, and you summon your Xyz monster. Understanding that allows you to say, hey, that card is good, or it's going to be good. Maybe not right now, but in a couple months it'll be good. And that's how you have to think when you want to pick up cards. That's why, members of our team, we've gotten really good at building our collections, because we understand those types of card interactions and being able to forecast those type of things. Something else I wanted to point out, along with understanding the card interactions and not immediately dismissing a card. Like we said, I picked up Tour Guide because I knew that it would climb in price just because of Xyzs and the interaction with Sanguine and how important Sanguine is to plant deck. Not so hard to pick up is Summoner Monk. And also, one of my old favorites, Quackmiro Urnite. And I just want to talk about this real quick. Urnite, with Xyzs coming, this card is another simple Xyz card. All it requires is you to show the Iron Core, and from your deck you get another Quackmiro, easily overlay and Xyz. I held on to my Quackmiros. The deck cannot perform in the current meta, but I feel with the upcoming meta with Xyzs, they get a huge power boost just based off of Urnite. Same can be said for Summoner Monk. He was kind of like only ran in scraps because he can fetch Scrap Beast, but with a really simple Xyz based deck, you can easily discard Dead Pot Avarice, get your Tengu, and Xyz summon. Alright, back to Quackmiro. Again, when I'm constructing this deck, I'm going to be using a lot of the philosophies that I spoke about already. battle phase tricks, spell and trap destruction, monster removal, those type of things. Floaters. And what's cool about the deck, the way I have it constructed, is the deck is based off of Urnite and Crusader, who are both Beast Warriors. With that knowledge, it allows me to run Tengu. So now I can, if I have a Tengu on board from a previous turn, I can drop Urnite, flash the core, get a Crusader, overlay Utopia, or whatever level 4, or I'm sorry, rank 4 exceed that we have coming. Of course, for now, Tengu's effect activates because Konami KDE says so. Don't ask me why, but for now that's how it works. And I get my second, and if I wanted to, I can overlay and exceed again and get my last Tengu out. So it becomes, the deck, in my opinion, becomes kind of playable, all because I had the patience to hold on to the stuff, not get rid of it because the deck didn't work. And I figured, okay, eventually there will come a time where this deck can be good again, and that's what you have to do sometimes. Alright, so let's say I wasn't going to be using Quackimurus. Let's say I wanted to build a deck based off of Red Dragon Archfiend. He has some pretty funky support. Or if I didn't want to go there, still got aliens. Again, these decks, they take a little bit of patience. Utilizing all the concepts that we've talked about in this series, I believe that, a deck could be made using these two strategies. Now, notice I didn't say competitive because they don't have any, especially aliens, they don't have any new support that will help them keep up in the meta. Now this, I haven't really explored it too much. I'm looking into it, but as it stands, it relies so much on dropping Red Dragon and Archfiend to be able to use its support cards. I don't know how powerful that deck could be, but if you're willing to put some time into it, I'm pretty sure, you run a couple of Red Dragon bases, you run away to power into Red Dragon Archfiend, maybe you summon Cyber Dragon, then summon one of the whatever the funky tuners are that Jack Atlas uses, one of the level 3 guys, and then you synchro to Red Dragon Archfiend. Then later on you can use your Red Dragon base, you got the red screen and all the other things that goes along. I mean, he even has a counter trap card that works with him, and this pretty much becomes your boss monster in your win condition and keeping him out. So that could almost be viable. It would just take some time and patience to make it competitive. Alright, so leave a comment down below. I'll try to have links to all the previous videos, and in the previous videos I'll have links to all the other videos, and I'll just be interested in see what you guys think. If you'd like me to expand more on any of the points I've made in this series, please let me know that as well. Shout out to Silent Enigma for giving me the inspiration to talk about this. I was always under the impression that people understood those concepts, but after reading dozens of comments and getting several messages, I understand that people don't fully understand all of those concepts. DUBKDAONE, Team GKF, and I'm out.